Hi, I'm Beverly Holden, and I've been sharing my journey of leaving the church and embracing spirituality. And the last couple of videos I shared from my book, The Story of Me, as an assignment, Breaking Free. And I left off where I was getting ready to go to college. I started attending church when I was 16. And by the time I graduated from high school, I was ready to leave home. The college was just 2 hours away, and it was at the church that I attended. It was a church affiliated college, so it was great to be there among other people who believed the same way I did, right? So what happened was the church was, or the college was very strict. We had lights out at 10, no foul language, strict dress code, no holding hands or anything else, no serious dating till senior year. It was a very tight ran ship. So we were very indoctrinated. I majored in religion. It's always been my interest, my favorite thing to study. And so, what we learned was to be submissive, to a woman's place is in the home. Our children should be well behaved. The Bible's a literal word of God. Keep the Ten Commandments, strive for perfection, and don't question authority. So it was 4 years of. It was a very strict college, and with very strict rules, and that's what I asked for. That's what I wanted. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's just the way it was. So, I'm going to just stop there. I don't need to go on with the rest of my life. We all have our journeys with um, struggles and challenges, and that's why we came here to Earth School. But why I'm bringing this up now is something happened this week that brought this home. Um, I had some shame and embarrassment wash over me in the form of how could I have been so stupid to have believed all of the things that I believed for 30 years. And I thought I'd already forgiven all of that before. Um, One thing about A Course in Miracles and the spiritual practice that I have, it's very much into forgiveness. And so I really thought that was over and done with. But I don't think back then I let myself feel those feelings. I was still stuffing my feelings. I was still denying them. It was too painful, so I just, looked the other way. Um, I don't know. Evidently, though, there was still another layer there that needed to come up to be felt. So what I did, I just let myself feel it, shed some tears, um, just let it pass, forgave it, released it, and got my peace back. So sometimes those things come up from a long time ago, and I've learned now that it's okay. I don't have to beat myself up over it. Don't have to feel bad, crucify myself. I can just understand that there's a wound there that needs healing, and there's another layer there that's ready to come up and be felt and let go of. So I was good with that, but it surprised me. I also want to mention that there's this thing about a dark night of the soul. We all go through those, I say all. I don't know if everybody does. A lot of the people that I know have gone through dark nights of the soul, and what I'm talking about is there was a certain point in my life where at church the pastor general died, and the new pastor general announced that a lot of the doctrines that we had been taught he didn't feel were correct. And so it just pulled that foundation out from under me like, what? What do you mean? I've been living this way, believing this way for 30 years now. You're telling me I've been believing something that wasn't the truth? So I was so convinced, so convicted that I'd found the truth, the one true church, and I just believed it with all my heart. And so it really rocked my boat. And along with that, my mom died, which would have been hard enough just by itself. And then I found out my daughter was addicted to drugs and alcohol. So those three things happened in the same time frame. I felt like I was over my head. But you know what? It's what I needed to get me to loosen my grip on what I thought was the truth. It allowed me to step back and think, is it possible that I could believe that I've been believing something wrong? And so it helped me to wake up. And it took all those three things happening to wake me up, to get me to stop and see differently. And I'm really glad that happened. As difficult as it was, as hard and as challenging as it was, I'm so grateful that I was able to leave the church, that I was able to heal and find A Course in Miracles and spirituality. And I'm just so much more at peace and happier now. So anyway, just wanted to share that. Thank you for listening, and I hope you'll join me next week.